Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop him from trying again the rest of this game. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing again is Hill. He completes it to Olave. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Saints are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
First and 10 for Dalton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Oh, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Watch the twist.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Another try after the first down sack. Hill. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here's Hill now after the interception. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Andy Dalton to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Play action here with Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, middle. Check it out, read.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He's going to let it go again. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.